Welcome to Messages from Lemuria. Even though the full moon energy seems to be a little bit unsettled today, I want to record this reading because I feel a very strong energy shifting right now. So we got the Hierophant, Temperance, Strength, and the Five of Cups. The Hierophant has come out in the last readings. Also the Page of Cups, Knight of Wands, Eight of Wands, and Seven of Cups. So right now there is an important lesson to learn for this collective. This collective message is about your personal strength, where it comes from and where it doesn't come from. This strength requires balance and alchemizing these unconscious parts where you still have some parts of yourself that believe in some lack mentality. It might be that you inherited this way of thinking. And sometimes this is the reason why it's so hard to release. Because we somehow accepted something that doesn't belong to us as a part of ourselves. If we notice from earliest childhood, and if this belief is very strong, it can give us this overwhelming feeling where we rather distract ourselves than look clearly to what it is. Let's see. With the Eight of Wands, we see that somehow we're still mastering our power, and there's a lot of passion, strength. And with the Seven of Pentacles, Lovers, Ace of Swords. Okay. Yeah. This is a very strong picture here. So there's things that people might want to offer to us, but we cannot see those because we're somehow in this lack mentality, even though already our abundance is growing. We required a resting and healing phase right now, and we got big presents that will come, big gifts that will come. One is true inner love, alchemy, maybe even also reflected in a partner. The other is fulfillment of your passionate desires. And the third is clarity about yourself and an uplifting of consciousness. All of this seems to be blocked a little bit by this overwhelming feeling. Maybe there's a lot of things changing right now, and for your inner child, This is very turbulent, even though everything is happening for you. Yeah. So right now is a very big challenge. And maybe the challenge is also to see that the things that you went through your whole life might not even be your own. For me, this confirms the Six of Cups, where we tend to our inner child. Yeah. Sometimes we pick battles that are not our own. Sometimes we carry lack mentalities that we just took over from our parents, maybe, or close people of our childhood. Sometimes all this pain and overwhelm is something that sticks around even though we try to work with it, because we cannot work with it, because it's something that we need to give back, something that we just need to release. But it's hard to release if we had this our whole life, and if we created our life from this place unconsciously, then it's something, yeah, Three of Swords, this confirms it. Then it's something, an old wound that we just took over from a family member. And we cannot heal it. We cannot heal it through inner child work. But what helps is seeing it clearly and leaving behind what was never yours. This will bring you instability. Maybe you never had this instability because in your unconscious you carried this wound from someone. And because it's under the Lovers, maybe it's a relationship wound. Yeah. The Empress is the healing, of course. Just living your self-love. Enjoying the here, the now. But in this mentality, where we try to keep to ourselves everything that we've got, we cannot receive the abundance that the Empress receives. It's not possible. Okay, we've got Justice and the Sun. So what you really deserve wants to come to you, but it needs the freeing of your inner child. It is still bound to this wound that isn't theirs. And it's important you see where this pain really belongs, so your inner child is free. Let's see what we got on the Healing Waves Tarot deck. King of Air. Yeah. So this King of Air brings freedom. This does the Fool. And the Hermit. And the Ten of Earth. You see, it looks like your abundance is on a cloud. Not far from you. Okay. Strength again, and King of Fire. So it's important that you really learn how to use your own strength. You've got the power to master your own journey. You are not bound to the cycles of your family members. With this king here, with these two kings here in the Hierophant, this might also be a father wound. Maybe you just carried this all the time and you thought that this was part of yourself, part of your character, but it really wasn't. So you can release it. This fool here jumps in without any baggage. So it needs a lot of reflection and a strong mind that brings peace. For you to solve this last block we talked about in the last reading. And this will bring in something that you don't see yet. But it is here. And it will move this mentality of being blocked. And of course, it's not only a mentality. If you carry this wound, this lack, that isn't yours, it's something really real for your unconscious. It's something that you believe on about yourself. So this is an identity shift that has to be made here. An identity shift where you see it is not you who is blocked. It is the other one where you took over the wound. So this will move you for you as soon as you understand this. This is not random, easy shadow work. If ever shadow work can be random and easy, maybe not. This is something that is mastering your way and mastering your craft as this highly sensitive being that finds their true waters where they can thrive and fulfill this kind of work, this kind of soul mission that is yours. Yeah, the sun again. So before you can really enjoy the sun, it's important you let this go. Yeah. You will, you're on the way, but you first have to put this load down. Yeah. You have to put this load down. Yeah. Yeah. So this is over. It cannot really prevent you from going further anymore. You will go further now. But it's because you're doing the work. So if this resonates with you, I'm glad. I'm glad you're freeing yourself. Know that this path you're on is a very, very honorable one, because you're freeing not only yourself, you're freeing a whole collective of people. Not only your family line. This collective who walks this path. You're doing great work for all humanity, leaving these cycles behind. And it's good to alchemize whatever you can alchemize. But things that aren't your wounds, you cannot alchemize. You cannot heal them when you shouldn't try to heal other people who don't do the work. This is very important. The King of Fire knows exactly which is his stick to burn. The King of Fire knows exactly what is his work and what he will leave to the others for them to solve by themselves. This is very important. Sometimes as kids, we want to solve the problems from our parents. And while that might be honorable, it's nothing we can do. We have to leave. We have to leave where people are even putting us in this place. And this changes everything. Yeah. This changes everything. And it changed everything in the past. For me, with all these reversals here, with the Tower, the Devil, and the Ten of Swords reversed, I see you are leaving this. You are leaving this. And you're going here into a brighter future where you can be this king for yourself. And this is just confirmation that you're doing the right thing. Because with all of this baggage, you'd be still blocking your blessings. In order to not having to block your blessings, you gotta use this stick to go somewhere else, where the water is clear for you, to enjoy, to live, to receive your fulfillment, to live in the sunlight, and where things are moving towards you that really belong to you. Yeah, so thank you for listening and see you next time.